Most of you solopreneurs and entrepreneurs are overcomplicating the how to get clients to your business, but it doesn't have to be something that is so complicated. In fact, in this video, I'm going to show you a one system that I tend to use to get clients to my business. And it is not something that is complicated. In fact, it is a client getting system represented by the three parameters, which is VCO. And if you want to visualize what this is, I want you to think of your business as a three plane. With each of these three planes, there has to be a variable that gets to represent whatever it is that is going to pull your clients to your business. Yeah, and that is the VCL, as this figure shows. So let's get down and break down what each of these three parameters represent. So the first parameter is visibility. As one of the things that are going to bring clients to your business is visibility, which is basically getting yourself seen. In order for you to be seen, you have to be where your clients are. You have to be in rooms where your potential ideal clients are. I want you to think of this as trying to make new friends. Yeah? In order for you to be friends or to make new friends, you have to be in places where those friends are. If it is rooms, you have to go into those rooms where those people are. So relating it back to the business, you have to be in places where your ideal clients are. Be visible there. And the best places to be at, that is social media. Think of it as going to X, formerly Twitter. It could be LinkedIn. It could be Instagram. It could be TikTok. It could be Reddit. It could be like blogs. Yeah. Think of it as media. So make yourself visible. Get yourself to be seen by different people, especially those ideal clients where you think they will have the potential to come to your business. And why this is so important is because when people can't get to find you because you're invisible, then they can't get to relate with you. They can't get to understand that you exist. In other words, they will never get to hire you if you're some sort of service provider. If you're dealing in products, they will never get to buy your products. Why? Because you're so invisible to them. They don't know where to find you and they don't have that time. So step one is try and be visible. Then the second parameter that is going to bring clients to your business is credibility. For you to attract clients to your business, you have to be a trustworthy person. So what I get to mean is that try to build some trust between you and your ideal clients. And if I to relate it back to the example of making friends, you'll never be friends with people you don't trust. And the same goes to the friends you want to make. They'll never make friends with you if they don't trust you. So what you have to do is create some sort of trust between you and them. And now, if you are to relate it back to the business, in business, trust equals proof. So if you ever want to build enough trust between you and your clients, you have to create some sort of proof. And the kind of proof I'm talking about here is you need to have testimonials. 2, you need to have free, valuable content. This could be you putting out videos, you writing a lot of blogs, you trying to post valuable tweets that people can learn from. You're trying to build a community of people with the same mind. Let's say you're building a community of entrepreneurs. You're trying to build a community of solopreneurs. You're trying to build a community strictly for product-based business owners or strictly for service business providers. So that is another one. Then the third one is you have to have some sort of professional certification. So having a professional certification doesn't mean that you have to show that you went to school, you did a lot of research and all that, degrees and diplomas. Yes, as some of the business owners might want that, but you have to have some sort of professionalism. Yeah. Let's say if you attended one of the masterminds, let's say a school, what is it that is going to show that you attended that? It could be some sort of certifications. If you're a programmer, you might need to show that, oh, you have a R certification, you have maybe JavaScript certification, maybe you have a certification in AI. So when you have all these three testimonials, free value content and professional certifications, your clients are going to attach you or they are going to relate with you as someone who is trustworthy, because we said trust will always equate to proof. And then lastly, the third parameter that is going to bring in more clients to your business is O, and this gets to represent offer. So this is basically you trying to make some sort of invitation, yeah? And this is going to be the very last thing you'll ever get to do, more so if you want to attract clients, yeah? Now, why is it the last one? It's because now you've proven that you exist. You've made a lot of good noise. If you want to watch a video about the noise I said, I'll link it somewhere in the description or somewhere in the tabs, yeah? But now they know you because you're visible. Now they trust you because you have a lot of proof, testimonials, free value, and professional certificate. Then the third one you will ever get to do, or the third thing they will ever need to get from you is they're going to make the ask. And when they make that ask, that is where you position yourself as an inviting guest. Yeah. So you make the invitation, and that's what offer is. So for some of you who are wondering what sort of invitation, I want you to think of an invitation as a proposal. Okay. It is maybe a proposal for you to tell them or to show to them that, oh, if you need me to help you with, why don't you just get to do A, B, C, D? And what are the A, B, C, Ds I'm talking about? That is one. You could get to ask them to buy now. If you're selling a product and they make the ask, just present them with a buy now button. Yeah. If it is a call you're on, just call them. Or when you're in a call with them, just tell them, oh, by the way, I have something that will help you get away with the pain you have. So why don't you just get to this link under the description, or maybe why don't I just send you a link and then get from there and buy right away? That is one. The second thing, it could be call now button. Yeah? Or call me now. And this is so useful if you're trying to run some sort of consultation. Yeah. So maybe you want to onboard clients, but they're still confused. They have doubts about that. But just because they trust you, make telling them or ordering them to call you now so that you clear out whatever barriers they get to have is going to be so important in your business. And it is going to be a proposal that is so crucial in the growth of your business. Yeah. And the best example where this is so visible, you've seen most of the websites, yeah, business websites. They have a call now button. They have a buy now button. So get to do this. Yeah. Another last thing I want you to understand is that if you're in some sort of business and you're not seeing any growth, yeah, or if your business is not bringing in more clients, it is basically because one of these three, the VCO, that is visibility, credibility, and offer, is broken. So what is it that you need to do? You really need to go back to the ground table and sit down and troubleshoot. Where am I going wrong? Which is not working out in the whole system? Because this has to work in conjunction. It has to work together. You have to first be visible. Second, you become credible. And then the third one, you do an offer invitation. Never start with credibility. Always start with visibility, credibility, and present your offer. So fix all this if you don't get more clients in your business. And that being said, I'll get to see you in the next one.